they literally made it the most modern RTS game at the time. And it was huge. At the time, StarCraft was like, I remember watching like Husky videos and there'd be like 3 million views on a replay of a game. I'm like, what is this? This is, I think that's where AOE's potential, I think it is. What do you think the potential for Age of Empires is?
Well, I wish there is probably no person in the world who wishes it to grow bigger than me. I've talked to a couple people also from my community, and there are actually some people who don't want it to grow because they enjoy the tightness of the community. They enjoy the fact that the pros and casual players don't have this kind of distance between them, and you can go to a LAN event and meet everyone. But I think we are already beyond that point. 5 years ago, we would go to a LAN event, and basically everyone who wanted to go from the entire community could go. And we still were like 25 people, or maybe 30.
Wow.
Maybe I'm exaggerating it a little bit. Some people maybe wanted to go, but they didn't know how to. But still, it was small. The community was small. So few people streamed. Now it's more like multiple communities which intersect, and sometimes they don't intersect. So it's still beyond that. But I am the one who would really love to see this game getting extremely big. I'm skeptical about AOE4, unfortunately, and I really fear that it could break the community apart. I don't want that to happen, but I think there is a possibility that the game won't be accepted by everyone. Someone would be paid to play it, someone would enjoy it, someone won't, and we will end up with people who focus on AOE2 right now being split into two. And I'm also afraid of Microsoft slowly turning their back to AOE2 because they will have a new product.
True.
And
well, did that not happen with AOE3? Kind of, to a certain extent, or no? Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know the story exactly. It was before I started playing, I think. What year was it released?
Oh man, that is...
It was still in Zone days or Game Ranger days.
Let me see. You caught me off guard. Let me see. Release date 2005. AOE 3.
Okay, 2005, yeah. So I don't really know much about it.
I'll have to ask Sandy.
I think that's when they abandoned the servers, right? And that's when probably people could no longer play on Game Ranger, and it was Zone where people played at that time. And then Woobly picked up everything since then. There is a reason to be salty with Microsoft because they left the game.
Right.
And then they picked it up 10 years later.
When they saw the potential of it again with the,
Yeah, so I wouldn't trust them too much.
But the guy that actually... I had the guy that actually makes the game, or is the lead designer, Bert Beekman. And he started out actually as a modder. And he started modding the game and reading, I believe he said there was a guy from Taiwan who had who wrote a booklet on how to make new civilizations. And he started modding the game and adding his own civilizations. And he said the day he created his first add-on patch, whatever you want to call it, it was around Christmas, and they uploaded it to the servers, and it crashed their servers. That's how many people downloaded it.
Sick.
Yeah, it was pretty.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. So he told me he's basically a massive fan of AOE, who, through his own work ethic, through his own whatever you want to call it fandom, got into the position of becoming the lead developer for Definitive Edition. Okay,
and is he involved in Age of Empires 4? This guy you're talking about.
So when I asked him this, he was very. This was a couple months ago. He didn't say a word. He couldn't. He was. I'm sure in some way he's working on it. But I don't know to what extent. So I don't know. I think his focus will it really depends on what happens with AOE4, right? Because if AOE4 is a massive success and let's say everyone loves it, I mean, is that the best for everyone? Is that the best case scenario here? So then the best talent goes to work on AOE4, let's say. And you lose your Russian community potentially or whatever, but hopefully they move on and enjoy the new game, and then that brings in new people, and that helps, drive bigger prize pools, which is better for the players, more audience, which is better for the streamers, more YouTube views, which is better for... That's like the ideal situation, unless I'm missing something.
But no, you see, there is another thing then. I don't think I want to learn the new game, for example. I just came back. I'm gathering that pace. I'm
sure
improving, and what for? I will. There is going to be a new game, and I start from zero. I spend years playing this one, and I want to be good at this game.
I understand.
I really don't want to learn a new game.
Hey, maybe like everyone leaves, and then you and like 100 people are left, and you're just out of nowhere, you're top 100 in the world. That'd be pretty cool.
I don't know. I don't want it easy. I don't want it easy.
Yeah.
I want the competition around. I want the events to keep happening.
It's kind of a double-edged sword, right? Because like if you don't want it easy, then you have to pick up a new game. But if you don't want it too hard, then like it's you got to pick a side. It's like it's tough with video games, especially trying to be competitive in them. It's really tough. I mean, the StarCraft guys could probably say that. Like they became the best in the world, made probably hundreds of thousands of dollars in those years that StarCraft was booming, and then. What do you do with that? StarCraft is pretty much dead, I think, or maybe it's not. But
no, it's not dead. I think they can still earn some.
Yeah, but not nearly to the extent, right? Maybe
I think the prize pools are still bigger in StarCraft.
Is
not
it really?
By far, but I think they are. At least the biggest StarCraft tournament should have a bigger prize pool, although it is still smaller than they used to have.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we are getting close to those numbers. But yeah,